At what stage would you recommend a divorced cooling system on the B8 platform?
We generally don't. They're basically divorced already. So there's a port basically that is shared that allows you to fill the one system, and it bleeds and burps. There's different bleed ports around it for accommodating air entrapment, but there's no circulation path between the two. So there's this little you'll get a little bit of essentially ambient or parasitic, or whatever you want to call it, migrating temperatures back and forth, but it's super minimal. They're essentially divorced.
It's a common misunderstanding that hot engine coolant is running through the intercooler system. It's not. And that would be obviously a terrible idea. So they are, for all practical purposes, divorced.
Yeah, I mean,
there is really no heat transfer between the two systems. So we've never really recommended it or focused on that. There are companies that sell products that do that. I know there's people who are because they kind of misunderstand how the system works. They're convinced they need to do that.
Yeah, because you just look at the temperatures. Your air intake temps are going to be sitting. That coolant loop is going to be 20, 30 degrees Celsius, whereas your engine is going to be guaranteed 100 C basically, sitting there at idle. There's no way that's pumping through your intercooler setup. The only thing I can think of that would make a divorce setup semi-reasonable is if you're going to some extreme setup and running like an ice box in the back and want to have like a specific drag setup or something exotic like that would necessitate its own completely isolated loop.
Yeah.